Case study: Lloyds Bank vs. Bundy 1975. Introduction. Lloyds Bank vs. Bundy 1975 QB 326 stands as a landmark case in English contract law. It delves into the complexities of undue influence, unconscionable bargains, and the legal system's role in protecting vulnerable individuals entering into contracts. This case study explores the circumstances surrounding the dispute, the legal question it raised, and its lasting impact on safeguarding vulnerable parties in contractual settings. Facts: Herbert Bundy, an elderly farmer with a limited financial understanding, approached Lloyds Bank plaintiff seeking a loan to support his son's struggling business. Mr. Bundy already had an existing overdraft on his account, highlighting his precarious financial situation. The bank, aware of Mr. Bundy's vulnerability, saw an opportunity. They pressured him to sign a guarantee for a substantial sum beyond the loan amount. Additionally, they demanded a charge on his farm tree farm as security for the loan. Issue: This seemingly straightforward loan agreement turned into a legal battle. The central question in Lloyds Bank vs. Bundy revolved around the enforceability of the contract. Was the contract signed by Mr. Bundy legally binding, or could it be voided due to undue influence exerted by the bank? Considering Mr. Bundy's vulnerability and the potentially unfair nature of the agreement, this case presented a crucial issue balancing the freedom of contract with the protection of vulnerable individuals from exploitation in financial transactions. Holding. In a landmark decision, the Court of Appeal ruled in favor of Mr. Bundy. They deemed the contract voidable due to undue influence exerted by the bank. Reasoning. Undue influence. The court established that the bank, aware of Mr. Bundy's age, limited financial knowledge, and dependence on his son's business, exerted undue pressure. They pressured him to sign the complex loan agreement and farm charge without seeking independent legal advice. This pressure tactic, considering Mr. Bundy's vulnerability, constituted undue influence in the eyes of the court. Fiduciary duty. The court explored the concept of a fiduciary duty, a legal obligation requiring utmost good faith and fair dealing, while not explicitly established in this case. The court considered the significant disparity in bargaining power between the bank and Mr. Bundy. The bank, with its superior knowledge and resources, arguably had a moral and ethical responsibility to ensure Mr. Bundy fully understood the implications of the agreement. Significance. Lloyds Bank vs. Bundy remains a leading case concerning undue influence and safeguarding vulnerable parties in contracts. It highlights the following: protection from exploitation. The case emphasizes the court's willingness to intervene and protect individuals from exploitation in contracts where a significant imbalance of power and potential undue influence exist. The case sets a precedent for challenging contracts where pressure and a lack of understanding create unfair burdens. Importance of independent advice. The case underscores the importance of seeking independent legal advice, especially for complex financial agreements and for individuals in potentially vulnerable situations. Mr. Bundy's lack of independent legal counsel played a significant role in the court's decision. Conclusion. Lloyds Bank v. Bundy remains a significant case in contract law. It clarifies the concept of undue influence and the court's role in protecting vulnerable parties from unfair contractual burdens. The case underscores the importance of fair dealing, transparency, and the right to seek independent advice in financial transactions. It also highlights the ongoing debate about balancing freedom of contract with the need for safeguards against exploitation in a complex commercial environment. If you are a law student and looking for more case studies, visit our website www.mylawtutor.net.